MUST Watch, Maine Mendoza looked for the Mais vendor who helped her when she pretended to be a homeless beggar. The vendors and the netizens' reactions were priceless. Maine Mendoza, also known as Yaya Dub by many Filipino people, personally thanked the Mais vendor who willingly gave her food when she pretended to be a homeless beggar in Baclaran, Manila. Rain did not stop Eat Bulaga's Yaya Dub to search for the vendor who helped her when she is not the Maine Mendoza. The GMA's afternoon variety show Eat Bulaga went on their mission to search genuinely good Samaritans by turning their star Maine Mendoza into a homeless beggar. According to Mendoza, many people helped her in the area she roamed around as a beggar, but the Mais vendor stood out among them. Mendoza narrated that she had to force other people to pledge her some help, but the Mais vendor, also known as John Christian Paredes, helped her with willingly and voluntarily. Paredes gave Mendoza a piece of corn he was selling. As a sign of gratitude and a reward, the Eat Bulaga team through Maine Mendoza handed Paredes a cash prize and some gifts as token of appreciation for his kind heart. Paredes expressed his shock of what happened as he did not expect anything from what he has done. The netizens expressed their salute to Paredes in the comments section of GMA News where the video was posted. Meanwhile, other netizens also expressed their salute to Maine Mendoza as she spent the effort of searching for Paredes even though the weather is not good. Invite you to watch the video. EJK Probe Chair Gordon wants Matabato out of the Senate inquiry. Extrajudicial Killing Probe Committee Chair Senator Richard Gordon is considering banning alleged hitman and probe witness Edgar Matabato from the Senate inquiry for good. The senator expressed this after the fifth hearing on the alleged extrajudicial killing under the term of the newly elected President Rodrigo Duterte last Monday. The hearing came to a surly end after the Senate discovered the case filed against Matabato by the National Bureau of Investigation, NBI, for the kidnapping of Pakistani national Salim Makdum dated in 2002. As the hearing ended, Gordon accused Delima, Matabato's handler, of material concealment, claiming that she did not reveal Matabato's case. Delima and Trillians later on proved this, referring to Matabato's transcript on the previous hearings where the latter divulged the information. However, despite this, Gordon and the other senators have stood their ground as they postponed 2 hearings to hold a caucus to decide whether Matabato's credibility could still be trusted. "We are now lining up all the inconsistencies and perpetrated by Mr. Matabato," Gordon admitted. Invite you to watch the video. Krista Miller's list of celebrity drug clients now being validated by QCPD. Must read. Quezon City Police District, QCPD, now has a list of possible narco celebrities after actress Krista Miller provided the list of her celebrity clients, actors and models to authorities after her arrest during a buy-bust operation. QCPD is now validating the information given by the actress. "Miller's one of the celebrities that our unit is monitoring," said QCPD Director P.S. Upt. Guillermo Eliezer, "and it should be subjected for validation and that would be used by our operatives in the future conduct of operation." The actress along with Aaron Medina were earlier arrested in a buy-bust operation conducted in Valenzuela City last September 30 after models Lia Bala and Jeremy Padalina along with 3 others named them as their alleged suppliers of shabu. Authorities are now investigating the connections of Miller with big drug syndicates. She had once been affiliated with drug lord Ricardo Camata in 2014 after she was caught on the CCTV footage of a hospital visiting. Charges have now been filed against her and is now detained at Camp Kiringal. Invite you to watch the video. Is it true that Miss Universe 2017 NPH was cancelled? Must read. Is it for real that the Miss Universe 2017 in Philippines was already cancelled? Fashion Police, a well-known entertainment site, posted a question that left the Filipinos in total shock. Is it true that Miss Universe 2017 in the Philippines is cancelled? CAD De Castro posted on Thursday, which was eventually deleted and was changed. She told the Filipinos to chill and just wait for the official statement from the Tourism Secretary Wanda Teo. To all my friends asking me for Miss Universe updates. As of now, I can't really say anything about the final show, the final list of destinations and even the final ancillary events. The official announcement will come from my boss, Department of Tourism Philippines Secretary Wanda Teo, and of course, Miss Universe organization. So for the time being, chill. Invite you to watch the video. Duterte, Mr. Obama, you can go to hell. President Rodrigo Duterte today made a heated comment against the United States and the European Union in connection to their criticisms over his war against illegal drugs. Instead of helping us, ang onang tumiranay tong, U.S. State Department, so you can go to hell. Mr. Obama, you can go to hell, he said, referring to United States President Barack Obama. EU, better choose purgatory, puno nasa impierno, he added. President Duterte made the statement before the leaders of the local government units, LGUs, at the 3rd Salong Pilipinas 2016 convention at the Dusit Hotel in Makati City on today. The third in a series of consultations on local governance. This month's Salong Pilipinas aims to discuss peace and order, and social development amongst LGUs. You cannot stop me, it is my sacred duty to keep the integrity of this republic, and the people healthy, he said, referring to his campaign against illegal drugs. He also said that the Americans will not fight to die for the Filipinos in case war erupts because of West Philippine Sea. He noted that the Americans do not want to sell missiles for the Fa-50PH and other armaments, the reason why he is turning to China and Russia for military equipment. He said he has lost respect to Americans. Invite you to watch the video. Ben Stiller, prostate cancer test saved my life. Actor Ben Stiller revealed on Tuesday he was diagnosed with prostate cancer in 2014. The tumor was surgically removed 3 months later, in September 2014, and Stiller has been cancer-free since. According to Stiller, it was the prostate-specific antigen test, a blood test known as the PSA, that saved his life. He was tested and treated at age 46. But the American Cancer Society recommends testing start at age 50 for men such as Stiller, who are at average risk of prostate cancer. Men at high risk, including black men and those with a father, son or brother diagnosed with prostate cancer at an early age, should be screened at age 45, the American Cancer Society recommends. This is a complicated issue, and an evolving one, Stiller wrote. He acknowledged that there's differing advice about when, or if, to take the PSA test. But in this imperfect world, I believe the best way to determine a course of action for the most treatable, yet deadly cancer, is to detect it early, Stiller wrote. Are early PSA tests better? Stiller's doctor offered to give him a baseline PSA test when Stiller was about 46, according to Stiller's post. PSA tests measure how much prostate-specific antigen substance is being produced by the prostate, and if the levels are high, it could be a sign of prostate cancer. Most men are not tested until they are older, around 50, but Stiller agreed to the baseline test. I have no history of prostate cancer in my family and I am not in the high-risk group, being neither, to the best of my knowledge, of African or Scandinavian ancestry. I had no symptoms, Stiller wrote. What I had, and I'm healthy today because of it, was a thoughtful internist who felt like I was around the age to start checking my PSA level, and discussed it with me. Over the next year and a half, Stiller's doctor, Bernard Kruger, continued to monitor the actor's PSA levels, testing him every 6 months. When his levels continued to rise, Stiller was sent by Kruger to be examined by a urologist, who then ordered him to have an MRI screening of his prostate. When the results came back, the news was blunt, "So yeah, it's cancer," the urologist told Stiller. Prostate cancer is the second most common cancer in men in the United States after skin cancer, according to the National Cancer Institute, and is the second leading cause of cancer deaths in men. Prostate cancer usually grows slowly and it often has no early symptoms. Finding and treating prostate cancer before symptoms occur may not improve health or help you live longer, the National Cancer Institute said. Stiller was told that the disease was detected early and was treatable, he wrote. He underwent a biopsy of his prostate, which revealed he had mid-range aggressive cancer. The best option for Stiller was to get rid of the tumor through surgery. Surgeon Edward Schaefer performed a robotic-assisted laparoscopic radical prostatectomy and successfully removed the cancer. If he had waited, as the American Cancer Society recommends, until I was 50, I would not have known I had a growing tumor until 2 years after I got treated, Stella wrote. If he had followed the U.S. Preventive Services Task Force guidelines, I would have never gotten tested at all, and not have known I had cancer until it was way too late to treat successfully. The case for delaying prostate cancer screening. The American Cancer Society supports PSA testing, but it warns there are downsides to testing. The thing Ben Stiller doesn't understand is that his case is based on one positive experience, said Otis Brawley, Chief Medical Officer of the American Cancer Society. He hasn't heard of all of the men who have had negative experiences with PSA testing. The Society suggests that men who are 50 or older should weigh the harms and benefits of PSA testing, discuss their views with a doctor, and may choose to get tested. Men who are at high risk for developing prostate cancer may opt for PSA testing earlier, some when they are as young as 40. Some men never choose to get screened. While Stella sheds a good light on PSA testing, Brawley warns about the risks of the tests. The tests have bad operating systems, Brawley said. They sometimes miss cancer that needs to be found, and they find cancer that doesn't need to be found. As a result of the misleading PSA tests, men may be diagnosed with prostate cancer untreated unnecessarily, leaving them vulnerable to health risks associated with biopsies and surgery. When men's PSA levels are tested before they are 50, there may be more chance of error in testing, Brawley said. The average age of men diagnosed with prostate cancer is 67, according to the American Cancer Society. Along with the physical stress of undergoing screenings, tests and biopsies, a test as invasive as it gets, long needles in sensitive places, Stella wrote, there are psychological stresses involved with PSA testing. Being confronted with the numbers on a regular basis, especially if they are rising, may cause depression and even suicidal thoughts in men, Brawley says. Instead of arguing for or against PSA screening, Brawley says he wants a better prostate cancer detection test. He hopes that the public will read Steller's report conscientiously, rather than pushing for testing without considering the consequences. The bottom line is, there's more harm associated with prostate cancer screenings than good, Brawley said. Thank you for watching videos. You remember the likes and comments below. Thanks.